Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome to the first official video in my cozy corner. So today's video is supposed to be a long play of Minecraft that did not work out. Unfortunately, it's probably going to take me another week or two to figure that out. OBS was not working for me, which is weird because I've streamed and videoed me playing Minecraft before and it worked fine, but this time for some reason it was super blocky and it was just basically a bunch of still images. And I've been fiddling with it, but I need to fiddle with it more. So we'll see on that one. But instead, I decided to do something that I probably should have done at the beginning of the month, which is all of the books that I plan on reading for the rest of the year. So I moved my Goodreads goal down from 100 to 80 because I knew I could hit 80 and it was a lot less stressful on me. I've already read 74, so it makes it to where I can stretch these books out a little bit and I'm not having to rush to try to read them. So I picked 6 books to finish the year with, and there's some books that are kind of on the maybe list that I will talk about at the end, but for now, these 6 are the only ones that I'm specifically planning on getting through. Anyway, let's move on to the books. So the 2 graphic novels are graphic novels that I've been meaning to read literally all year, and you will not be surprised to see them. Lock and Key volumes 5 and 6. I read 4 while I was on my trip. I didn't end up saying much about it. I really enjoyed it. It was a completely different energy, not completely different energy, but it was a different energy from the first 3. So I'm curious to see how that will either continue or change. But yeah, so I just need to finish these 2. It's been almost a year exactly since I read the first 3, so I really need to finish this, especially because they were in my favorite books of last year. So it's a little ridiculous that I haven't. This next one is The Pinhole Egg, specifically, the Crestomancy book. It's the last one, both in publication order and in the order in which I've been reading them, which is the suggested order by Diana Wynne Jones. Crestomancy in total is about the Crestomancy. He's a man who is an enchanter, the most powerful enchanter in all of the different worlds, and he has to help you when you call him. That's basically what it is. So he shows up in every book, whether he be a main character or a side character that shows up to help. Other than that, I can't really tell you what these books are about. This is a very thick book also. But yes, The Pinhole Egg is the last one, or The Pinhole Egg. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. And I'm going to be listening to this on audio because I did the rest of them and I want to finish it the way that I started it. This is one of my favorite series now, especially one of my favorite kids series, which is unsurprising because I adore the way that Diana Wynne Jones writes. And so she's my favorite author, and I've made it a goal to read all of the books that she's published. And this is the last one in the Crestomancy series, aside from her short stories that I can't find. So I'm not really super close to finishing off her books. I think she's written like 70 or something like that, but I'm closer. And once I finish this, I'll be even closer and I'll have finished one of her series, and I'm super excited about that. So yes. The next book is also a Diana Wynne Jones book. This one I don't think has an audiobook, or at least I haven't been able to find one, and it is Deep Secret. I think this is an adult book, because it was not in the kids section when I bought it, and I don't know exactly what it's about. I know it's about wizards and magic and magicians and stuff because it's Diana Wynne Jones and all of her books are about that, but I'm really excited to read this. I had never heard of it when I found it. So we've got 2 Diana Wynne Jones books for the last of the year. This next book is a book that I got for a review, and I got it in August. I was supposed to read it in August. I was really interested in it when I got it, but I ended up putting it down and not ever picking it up again. But Murder in the Haunted Chamber is a detective mystery, and it's set in the 1920s. From the description, it seems to be a very Agatha Christie-esque type of book, but with some paranormal-y things in it that may not be actually paranormal. I'm not entirely sure about that. But this one is definitely going to be a physical read. I'm kind of excited and kind of dreading because it's been so long since I got it that I'm I don't know if I'm interested in it anymore, because that happens to me a lot. But I am definitely going to read this one. And I have to read it by the end of the year. I'm going to feel awful if I got this for review and then never reviewed it. So it's gonna get read. And then the last one is my most anticipated book of the year, and I got it when it came out in September and I never read it. So I'm reading it now, and it is Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. T.J. Klune wrote House on the Cerulean Sea, which is so far my favorite book of the year. And this one is about a kid or a guy, I don't know, who dies and the Reaper comes to get him. At least that's all I've gotten through in knowing what it's about. I'm kind of going in blind because I enjoy going into books blind, but I am so excited about this. I am so excited about this. I also love the cover. It's so pretty. Ugh. And it matches House on the Cerulean Sea, which I also love, because please do that. I'm excited about it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, so those are all the 6, before I gush, those are the 6 books that I am planning on reading for the rest of the year, that I'm for sure going to pick up and read. I do have a few that are kind of maybes if I have time and if I feel like it, but are not on a priority list at all. The first one is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I actually started that book like early this year. I listened to the first, I think, 2 hours of it, and then I stopped listening to it altogether. And I may continue that one because once I finish The Pinhoy Egg, I'm not going to have another audiobook to listen to. So that one's kind of up in the air on that one. The second one that I'm thinking of reading is The Lying Game, which I believe is one of the only books by Ruth Ware I haven't read, or at least haven't tried to read. But The Lying Game, and then for manga, I want to see if I can get to Sailor Moon. I read volume 1 while I was on my trip, but I may decide to continue it and finish it this year. I'm not sure. There's only 12 volumes, 8 or 12, I'm not entirely sure, and they're really fast reads, so I could get through them pretty quickly. And the last one is also a manga, and it is Soul Eater. On Goodreads it says that I've read to volume, I think, 15, but in reality I've read to volume like 21 or 22, because I bought and read 19, and I knew exactly what was happening. And I knew that I had read more than what was in 19, because I remembered what happened next. So I've read at least 220. So I'm going to try and finish that, because there's only 24. So if I just go back to 15 and read forward, I should be able to finish it in a few days. I might even be able to finish it in a day if I get really into it. But yeah, so those are the maybes. I'm probably not going to hit the 100 book goal that I originally had, but if I do, great, and if I don't, oh well, I've hit the 80 at least, because all I have to do is read 6 more books. If you're planning on reading any of these, or if you have read any of these, let me know what your thoughts were. Don't spoil them if you've read them before, but if you have and you liked it, let me know what you think of it. And I will see you in the next video, which will be up sometime. I'm not sure. Anyway, I need to think of a new outro, but have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on when you're watching this, and have a great day. I will see you in my next video. Bye!